Welcome back to PYJynJoy, messages for from the divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a message for the collective. But before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space and see what the angels have to tell us. So, this being a collective message, it'll be the general message, so it may not resonate with everyone, but take from it what you will and use it as a guide to help you make decisions if this is something that's familiar to you or that you're experiencing. So, angels, what message do you have for the collective today? Angels, what message do you have for the collective? Angels, what message do you have for the collective today? So let's split the deck, see what we come up with. And we have the sun and 9 of air. So the sun, Archangel Uriel, it says happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, have confidence in yourself. And he's standing on top of a promontory. His wings are around but about to expand with the rising of the sun. So you can see the brilliant colors of the sun and the flowers that are blooming, and it's just a really good time. 1 + 9 is 10, which is 1 for new beginnings. And then we have the 9 of air, which is expecting the worst, self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. So 9 is completion. So we have beginnings and we have completions. The air is sword, so it's your mental. So you see these unicorns are laying down in the field and they're just feeling a bit womp womp. So you just have to work with this mental. So let's see what's going to be the outcome with this. What is the message that we'll get from the angels in regard to that? So we'll keep in mind the sun. So obviously there's some good news, and then there's you expecting the worst. So let's see what that means. We'll do a 5 card spread, and this is your immediate past with justice, Archangel Raguel, fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. And this is 8. So 8 is all about your infinity. It's also your prosperity, your strength. And you see Archangel Raguel has his sword raised in one hand, and in the other hand are the balanced scales. And again, the symbolism of balance with the 2 columns, and he's right in the middle of them. So this is something in your immediate past. So again, think about what it could possibly be as I'm pulling the cards and sharing with you what this all means. Now, in your present, we have ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment. Remember the 9 of air, where the unicorns were laying down and feeling weird and, all the mental. So it's this continuation. So presently, it's this false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So this looks like it's turning out where you're really in your head, you're really into the mental. 1 + 5 is 6, and 6 is all about self-sacrifice. It's loyalty, responsibility. So maybe there's a lot on your mind about the responsibilities that you have with justice. Maybe there's some legal issues or something. So let's keep going. In the immediate future, you have 7 of water, a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So you're letting your mental block you from moving forward and not taking care of something. But you have to let these fear-based thoughts go. So 7 is about your inner wisdom. It's also spirituality. And then you can see 7 cups in the water. So this is a shark that's circling at the top, so right beneath the surface of the water. So we'll see what this continues on with first looking at the distant past with 5 of fire, competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. So you see these 5 swords. So they're all gathered together, and the emblem for fire are dragons. So there's dragons on the tip of each one. So it's something going on in your distant past that, even though the fire is your passion, it's your creativity, there's some type of competition going on there. And that, again, all that mental that we were talking about, but you did have the sun, and sun is also fire, energy, what the whole universe gets its source of energy from. So now the distant future, oh, this is great. So we have Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable, kind. It says, time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. So look at this angel here with Archangel Jophiel. She surrounded you here in the presence, just like the other archangel Uriel had his wings also sort of embracing. So you now have this guardian angel, and you can see there's a fairy that's on top of a horse, and this horse has just beautiful golden mane, and it's blowing in the wind, and they're surrounded by abundance in a forest. Earth is your rooting, your grounding, it's your root chakra, it's your money, career, your support, your base. So let's see what this is all going to come about. So we have 5 and 15 is 20, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 3, 4, 5 is 8. So this still adds up to prosperity. So 8 is still leads to your infinity. 8 is also, when you put it on the side, the infinity symbol. So let's go a little deeper and see. But at the bottom, oh, we still have the sun. So at the bottom, we have the sun. And also at the bottom, we have the Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. Aces are ones, new beginnings, just like the 119, 1 plus 9 equals 1. So again, new beginnings are still there for you. So let's go a little deeper. So in here, the merman is floating. There's the 1 cup beneath the water. So really, it's good. The emotions are fine. You see the sun filtering through. There's nothing to worry about there. So let's go a little deeper with the distant past, because this could be where you're going through something, maybe at work, this conflict, fire, you have some justice, some legal, and then your ego is getting involved, so you're feeling trapped. And remember, again, we had the sun, and then we had the 9 of air. So let's ask a little more and see what all this is about. So angels, tell us some more about this distant past, where there's some competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. What does that mean for the collective out there? What is that? Page of Water, intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. So you see there's a mermaid. Now she's floating at the surface of the water, surrounded by some powerful creatures. There's some orca. There's tortoises, or I'm sorry, not tortoises. There's some dolphins in the water as well, and regular fish floating in the 1 cup. So something, this may be something, maybe it's not work related. It could very well be relationships, because we now have 2 relationship cards talking about a relationship and a new person entering, a resurgence of love. So maybe this is someone coming in from the past. So tell us some more about this person, intuitive, friendly, sensitive. What more can you tell us? This person that came into the collective's life in the distant past. What more can you say? Strength, again, 11. Look, just like the 2 columns with justice, the balance, the 1, 2. So this is definitely a relationship message. And it says strength, Archangel Ariel, great inner strength, release harsh judgments. Wow. Justice, judgments, and forgiveness and compassion. And you see she's riding a tiger, and tigers are really, they're stronger than lions, quite honestly. And so normally I say that because in normal tarot deck it would be a lion's mouth that she's opening, but in this case she's riding a tiger, so the even strongest of the big cats she's able to control. She's has it, he's just walking, no bucking her off or anything. She has that strength. So in the distant past, you had to gather this inner strength that you have, releasing harsh judgment. So you must have met this person. Okay, this fire is passion. So creativity is also, but it's passion. So with this being relationship, I'll revise that to say that this is all about passion. So there's some competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. So this person that came into your life, there's some passion. So obviously maybe it was like love at first sight, or, wanted to jump their bones or something at first sight. There was some deep passion that happened then. But they may not necessarily be at this time the best person, because look at this: competing goals, conflict, and then she has this needing to have great inner strength, release harsh judgments, forgiveness and compassion. So either one of you or the other, let me see who did it. One of you caused something to change. And it may very well be the male, because this is the female coming in here and she's saying, a new person enters a life. So it could very well be. So let me just see, because it looks like it's going to be, and I won't say as usual, but I will say it looks like it could very well be the guy. So let's see what we get. Yeah, the magician. So 1, Archangel Raziel, you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. So a guy came into your life. Okay. One, new beginnings. Remember, Ace, falling in love. One. So this guy came into your life in the distant past. It was like love at first sight or lust at first sight, but there was some competition there, competing goals, some type of conflict with that you had to draw on your inner strength. You had to draw on that and release harsh judgment. So maybe you just were like thinking badly of him, and you had to have some forgiveness and compassion. So that's what that's all about, because moving forward, you have this justice, and it's the fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. So you were probably maybe not getting along after you realized, you know, the next morning you woke up and was like, okay, maybe this isn't exactly what I thought. So you're pulling on your inner strength with this person, but it could be something good, because look at, remember, the ace is saying about falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship. So, and then the sun. So it had this passion, and now it's sort of in a argument, or not necessarily an argument per se, but just that you're not necessarily as compatible as you thought. But so you're needing to stand up because there's this conflict. So let's get more into the immediate past. Angels, tell us more about this fair, just decision, standing up for themselves, the females out there in the collective. What can you tell us? Three of air, so more air. Great sadness. Take time to heal. The need to forgive yourself or others. So remember, we just had forgiveness with strength. Remember, forgiveness and compassion. So this has the same thing. Three is expansion, past, present, future, Trinity. It could also mean that a third person came into the relationship. I've had this quite a bit, where a third party enters a relationship and causes, drama. So with this great sadness, take time to heal, and then coming into this false sense of entrapment in the present. So you'll have to do some forgiving, and let's see if it's worth. It must be, because it says resurgence. But let me see. Tell me more, angels, about this. Is this person cheated? The guy cheated on her? What happened with this third person that came in and caused this great sadness? Tell us some more about that. Queen of Air. Yeah. Independent, experienced, realistic, witty, objective decision making. See? So you're going to have to. So he's asking you for forgiveness. He slipped up, messed around, and now he's asking you for forgiveness. But you're in control. You are the queen. It's up to you. Look at her. She's looking inside of the crystal sphere there, and there's a unicorn. Remember, so unicorns, like I said earlier, with the nine of air, they're like the swords. Their horns are the swords. So it says objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. So you're using that sword to cut dice, get rid of, goodbye. And it says seeing the humor in a situation. So maybe you'll laugh about it later, but right now there's some sadness to it, because this really hurt you that this person stepped out. So you just have to decide what you want to do. Do you want to move forward or what? Because we're coming up onto this a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. That's in the present. But in the immediate past, you found out about this situation, and you're deciding what you want to do, looking into the crystal ball, figuring out what's best. So that's you going inward, thinking about things, and where air is mental. So that's you going in to your mind to try to figure out what you want to do with this relationship. There was this passion, this hot spark that just went off, and then this person dropped in there and doused it all. So let's see, what is it that you need to do? So presently, angels, tell us, what is this collective females needing to do with this guy? He like did his thing, went off and messed around with someone else. So tell us what the females in the collective need to do about that. Excuse me. Three of fire. Three again. But fire. So let me see. If it's going to be a menage a trois, like they're going to be like, okay, well, maybe we'll all three go at it. But let's see. It says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. So this could be, well, let's look at the picture first. So we have a dragon, like the suit has the dragon. There's a fairy beside it. They're looking in the distance, at a volcano that's actually eruptions, orgasms, okay, passion, fire. So there's some orgasmic blowing the top, let's say. And this is a situation where perhaps you will invite this third person into the relationship. Maybe as you're thinking, you're looking in there, instead of cutting them away, maybe you're embracing them. So let's see, is that what's happening? Angels, is this third person actually going to be coming in? Because look, we have in the immediate future a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So a complex decision, because that is not a typical relationship. Typically, it would be two people together as a couple. And then you have this third person. So in some people's minds, that's not typical. So that would be, in this person's case, it's a complex decision. That's not something they're accustomed to. So that need to do research. So tell us, what's going on with this now third party that has now been added to the relationship? Six of fire. So it doubled it up, 3 and 6. So 6 of fire, victory, good news, it's on its way, for public recognition or awards. So you see this. So 6 is also is about self-sacrifice. It's the loyalty, and that's what we had. I feel like we had that in the beginning, or maybe that was another reading I did. But anyway, so you see this knight. He's riding in on his horse. He has one of the wands, one of the fire sword wands, and he's surrounded by people that are like throwing flower petals at him. He's welcome and receiving people. So this victory, good news, very well could be that you are now accepting this third person in the relationship, that you will allow that to happen, but you still have this complex decision. So even though it's a victory, it's great, this is something that could work for you. You've decided, the original two couple decided that maybe this third person can be included into your relationship. So let's look at the immediate future, because we have here this complex decision and doing research, no procrastinating. So tell us some more, angels, about this. What's happening in the immediate future for this menage a trois couple? Well, Throuple. Is it Throuple? Throuple? Throuple. I think it's a Throuple. This Throuple. And we have the star. Look, the sun there, now the star. So the star, Archangel Jophiel, 17, 1 plus 7 is 8. So there's infinity. So this is going to go on, this relationship. And it says, happy times, make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. So remember, this just said good news is on the way. And this said 3 of fire, make long-term plans. So this is a threesome. And this threesome will go well. It's saying to make long-term plans. So obviously this is something that this relationship will go on. And look how Archangel Jophiel, she's floating above the earth, and in her hands she has 2 pitchers filled with water. So she's filling water on the earth, and you see it dropping in like waterfalls. And then you have the water going directly into the lake. You can see below. So she's like, again, the balance. So the balance is back again with a third person in the middle, and that connecting person would be the female, the original female, you collective female, because you're balancing your original lover and this new lover that's come into the relationship. So let's get some more. I want to get the dirt. Give me the skinny. Give me the dirt on this. So tell us, and I'm not saying dirty, like, some people say clean romance, because I write spicy romance. Some people say, oh, I read clean romance. Well, as opposed to what? Dirty? I don't believe that having more passion or smut or spice in a relationship deems that as dirty as opposed to clean. So instead of using clean, I say closed door, because they don't really get into the full details of the um, the coupling, let's say, or the relationship. Whereas I do, I give all the details. So you want to read it. So angels, tell us more about this threesome, these happy times, these long-term plans that they have going on. Tell us some more about that. What can you tell us about these long-term plans? 6 of air. Things are looking up. The end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. So again, we have 6, just like 6 from there. More water. Look, the water. So you're on a boat now. You see 6 unicorns on surrounding, and then one inside the boat, and moving forward. So things are looking up. So remember, just on the right path. So this is something that will work for you. Look, 6, 6, 6. Okay, well, that's your lifestyle now. and it's something good, and perhaps taking a trip, it doesn't necessarily mean physical, but in this case maybe you will, maybe you'll go away together and really dig deeper into this new relationship that you have. Like, remember it said here to 7 of water, the need to do research, stop procrastinating, and remember water is your emotions. So you're getting that corrected. Your feelings that were so upset before, you're getting it corrected from doing the research. So now perhaps you're going to take a trip and spend time to get to know everyone all together and see what this is going to play out to be. Because now looking here in the distant future, it's loyal, dedicated, honorable, kind. You have this Knight of Earth. So this time to buckle down and get things done, honor your commitments. So your commitments to the 3 of you, your commitments, a guardian angel. So let's see, tell us some more, angels, about this distant future where they're buckling down, they're back from their romantic escape and getting together, organizing how their lives are going to be, how all that will work out. So divine angels, tell us some more about that. Well, it looks like there's be a life experience of some sort. So 7, so again, 7, just like we had 7 of water. Archangel Shamuel, a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings. And remember how the sun, the wings were like curled in? And there was another one whose wings were curled in. And I feel like, oh, no, not strength. Who had the wings were curled? Here, ego. So time to spread the wings. So what that means in this life event, everyone always think, oh God, it's a tarot card, it's terrible, terrible, terrible. But in this case, this is a life-changing experience. I mean, think about this. Like I said before, most people will think, okay, a couple, but this is a throuple. So that's not a normal, well, I'm not going to say normal. That is not what someone would typically experience. So this is a significant life experience. It is a powerful revelation that you realizing that this is what you like, coming to terms with it and saying, hey, why not? Why not go for that? Time to spread your wings. So it's time for you to embrace this, to go forward with this relationship. And like it was already saying, make these long-term plans. That's what you need to do. You'll have this awakening, let's say. You'll awaken these feelings and realizing that you can have this relationship and be successful at it. So, angels, tell us some more about this distant future with this the couple, this throuple. Tell us some more about this throuple. 3 of Earth, 3 again. The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work. Be a team player. Okay, so it's like be a team player. Well, you move in this position, you go into that position, you get so you're going to work together very nicely. Be a team player, the 3 of you together. Power of creativity, so you're being very creative. So maybe you're pulling in some toys, a mask, a vibrator, a butt plug, I don't know, whatever it is that you want to be creative. uh, get some, I don't like rope, but silk ropes, let's say. You could get some ropes tied up, mask, whatever. Be creative. So that's what you're doing there. So the 3 of you will have this creative, and remember before with the Ace of Water, falling in love, the resurgence of a relationship, a new home. So maybe you're even going to you'll have to figure out something with the home environment because it's now the 3 of you. So that's it. Let me see. What's here at the bottom? The Empress we have as the bottom card. 3 again. This is, I love it. I love this. I haven't done a menage. I do I do reverse harems. So that is one female and several guys. So anyway, we have the Empress, Archangel Gabriel, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So you're nurturing. Remember, just like here where we had the star and I said she's standing there, she's balancing it. So it's the same feel where she was above the earth with the water. She's now here in the garden and surrounded by different animals. I see a fox, a dog, a stag, a rabbit. There's, look, waterfalls in the back. So it's like she came down from there. I mean, there's 2 different angels, but look, this waterfall in the back, it looks like how this area is, where it's more foresty, where this is more golden because of her golden aura of the Empress. So that's it. So you have this great threesome. You'll get along well, make your long-term plans, Don't be scared about it. Don't let society dictate how your life should be. This is your 3 lives together. You do it as you will. So let's take a look at a crystal and see which one will enhance this loving relationship that you have. So, Divine, what crystal will help these people in the collective that are considering or just in the midst or figuring out what to do with this threesome opportunity that they have? And it is Rainbow Obsidian. Heal your heart. And look at the colors. So heal your heart. So this, remember in the beginning, there was the 9 of air rather, where it was not happy and so forth and so on. Well, now your heart is healed because you've come to the conclusion that having this relationship in this way is what works for the 3 of you. And congratulations on it. I'm happy for you. And if this is someone that's going through this, I would love to hear what you say. So drop some comments down in the comment section. Let me know what stage you're at with this threesome. If you have any questions, I can give you, I do a lot of research. I can give you some advice and websites and things to take a look at, and just have fun with it. Enjoy it. And remember, everything is consensual. As long as it's consensual and you're happy, then be happy with it. But do know that this is a tarot reading. You have the choice, you have free will to do as you want. None of this is saying that this is what you have to do. This is just a barometer of what's going on for the collective at this time, giving some input, some insight as to what can happen. And it's up to you as to what you will do. You are in control. And with any relationship, you are in control. So if this message resonated with you, I'd be so thankful if you will click the like button. If you would also share this with your friends. Others may be experiencing something, and that's how the message gets spread out all through the collective. And also subscribe to PYJynJoy and click the notification bell so that you can know when I'm posting, although I do stuff every day, but you'll get a notification right into your box. And be so kind as to go to PYJynJoy. If you want to set a one-on-one, I'd go a lot deeper, no pun intended, into this with you as all 3 of you. I do life coaching that covers all of this as well. So go to PYJynJoy, PYJynJoy.com, and book a session. Until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.